How you doing? I'm Andres Pulgarin, CEO and founder of Bots Lovers. Bots Lovers is a tech startup with base in Spain and Colombia, and we are helping companies to improve their customer service and sell more using conversational agents, chatbots, and voice bots that use artificial intelligence to automate the conversation, the companies with the clients. And today, I want to ask you something. What do you think about this idea? Let's free humans from boring tasks. Is that possible? What do you think? Can you imagine a world where we could do what we love to do? Is this a crazy idea? Imagine that we could pay people to do the things that they do best, that excite them the most. What do you like to do? Would you like to get paid to do it? Our society will be quite different, right? The world will be different. How can we make this happen? Let's think about this for a moment. How is possible that with all the advances that humanity has created, all the new existing technologies, and with the surprising evolution of artificial intelligence, there is still someone sitting in an office box or now from home, 8 hours at the best scenario, every day of your valuable life, answering the same question customers ask companies, copying and pasting the same answer, repeating the same text and voice scripts. And it doesn't matter whether it's on the phone, through the chat system, social networks, messaging apps, or by email. It's a meaningless, monotonous, tedious, boring task that nobody wants to do. Of course, if you pay for it, there will always be someone who needs it. Then let's please change this paradigm. Now we can do it. How we can do it? Right now, there are a lot of people doing boring tasks everywhere, especially in customer service. And this has its consequence, very strong consequence. More than 7 billion are lost per year due to poor customer service. It's a lot of money. It happened to all us frequently, where we are very happy when a company answered as quickly. It's something as exceptional. But now, solve this is not longer an option. It's a necessity to sell, to serve our customer online. Companies are Saturday. Customers demand a response at any time from any channel. If you have a website, you must be able to respond on the web. If you have open a channel like WhatsApp, and is ever more immediate. Your clients will ask you for an instant response. The same on Facebook, on Instagram, in addition to the phone calls that don't stop. And how can companies manage all these? Are a lot of things. Well, exactly for that reason, bots, virtual assistants, conversational agents have been created so that companies can handle this over demand. We can have text bots as a chatbots that are the ones we start to see the most, and voice bots that will begin to take more relevance. A bot that takes a reservation in restaurants, for example, and is integrated with a booking system, or a bot that guides you by voice from your phone to make a purchase. These bots that understand natural language use artificial intelligence, specifically NLP, natural language processing, for improves the precision and understanding. With the arrival of bots to e-commerce, this concept appears. The conversational commerce is now a reality. These bots or conversational agents will be the first to speak with your client and has to be able to understand human conversations because it's clear that messaging is the new form of communication. We no longer want to search, navigate, click. We only want to ask and be answered. You can now do e commerce on WhatsApp, for example, buying things just chatting. This is the most natural way to interact with a company. You chat with them as you chat with a friend. That's amazing, right? And in order to do that, the bot needs NLP, natural language processing. These artificial intelligence algorithms learn from users' behavior and conversations. In addition to understand that you want to buy a certain item or make a return, this might be able to understand that you are willing to buy more or that you are not in a good mood because you are complaining. This sentiment analysis is already beginning to be incorporated in the bots, as well as prediction techniques to anticipate what we are looking for. We have been hearing about the wonders of the GPT-3 for some time. This OpenAI language generation model that is surprising with the enormous capabilities to generate text and conversations. So that is impossible to know if it is have been created by a person or a bot. It's capable of creating complex articles, perfectly written in a multiple language, giving it a single line as a subject. You say, for example, AI bots are going to save the world. And GPT-3 can create coherent pages that seem written by a person, even a poem or news. Precisely for this reason, its use has been limited to prevent fake news and other inappropriate uses. GPT-3 allows, for example, that we have a conversation with Einstein. Imagine chatting with Einstein. The model takes all the information it has and generates a conversation with the Einstein's personality and knowledge. And that is because GPT-3 is an NLP language model with the highest number of parameters trained to date. There are more than 175 billions of parameters. Uh, that's a lot of information. Now also, it has been used to create image through text description. You give it a description and the model create an image. That's incredible. We can add this ability to understand and generate conversation to the advances in speech and image recognition. Now we can use the voice of a person as their identification. When one of our clients wants to ask how their order is and call us by phone or by Google Assistant, Alexa or Siri, now without asking any password, we could identify the user, say hello by his own name, and tell him what is his order. Uh, this is the concept of voice shopping, right? Is a buy in the most natural way possible, that is using the voice. In the same way, with image recognition, we can ask the client to take a picture of the product they are looking for and bring them similar items. Okay, This technology is already developed and very advanced, much more than we can imagine. Then the point here is there is so much technology. Companies are not able to assimilate. We must have at least 10 years or more of technology to apply, to implement in companies in their day to day activities. We need innovators inside the companies who stop doing things as usual and think about it. We need you. Yes. If you want to change, we can't continue doing the same things. The relationships with our customer has changed forever. We need solutions now. It's now it's not an alternative. It's a necessity. Yes, because it's very clear that organizations that they don't use automation and artificial intelligence to improve their processes, to eliminate those boring tasks, have a very high risk of being irrelevant in less than 5 years. As a leader of our companies or as a part of the teams, we must be prepared. We can't allow that. We need to act. Look at this. In sectors such as supermarkets and retail, the online increase has been incredible, more than 200%. It's incredible. We work with large retailers and bots lovers, and we have seen how the bots increase their conversation exponentially, and it doesn't seem going to stop. To be able to ask for milk or a bag or some shoes and that they arrive the same day or even before 2 hours is brutal. They are spoiling us. Nobody wants to wait. Then, where to start? There are two very clear processes where bots can have an incredible and immediate impact. In customer service and in sales processes, we can have virtual assistants on our website or on Facebook or WhatsApp. For example, answering frequently asked questions from our clients and guiding them in a process recommendations according to their preference, and it allows waiting time be reduced and customer satisfaction increase radically. A bot can boost the conversation to sales by 30% initially, depending the case, and improve customer satisfaction by 80% in terms of response time. Of course, it's immediate. Without waiting on the phone, we forgot to dial one, dial two, without waiting for the agent to connect. Anytime we could talk to the bot. A bot can answer about 80% of the frequently questions that customers ask companies. 80% of those questions that are repeated every day, which are also on the web somewhere that nobody wants to look for or search. People want to ask. Send a simple WhatsApp, text, or voice note and have answered right now, in the moment. This is the times that we have to live as a companies. We have to adapt our business right away. Let's analyze for a moment what happens if a bot help us solve 80% of our frequently asked questions. Let's think that an agent spend a half of his day solving those FAQs. 4 hours that in 220 approximate working days give us that could be free up 880 hours of his working time. About half a year. Sure. The conclusion seems obvious. 5 people. Yeah? Less agents. But maybe this is not that we are talking about here. This is not the main idea. Because we need people involved in the loop. In a Juniper study, we can see how companies in sectors such as retail banking or health are reducing costs by figures of 8 billions annually and making sales with chatbots more than 112 billions. Amazing. It's impressive. You have to understand now and start using them now. Yes, because talk about the money is fine, but we want the boss to replace tasks, those repetitive, tedious, boring tasks, not to people, and ever more in customer service. We want the bots to be when the agent cannot be, at the nights, and the weekends, holidays. The idea is that the bots answer the questions that do not require a bright and super powerful human brain to say the opening hours or how to make a return or if there's a blue shoes. No, God, please, what a waste. Let's value our intelligence. It has taken us millions of years. We need people to solve the complex question, the difficult problems, which require high creativity, empathy, and compassion. Those are human virtues that bots do not do well. The bot plus human is a perfect combination. The bot takes the first level support and scale when is necessary. Companies are reducing costs incrementally because I imagine you know, but we are destroying the planet. We have a lot of serious problems that should be being faced by human minds, but we have educate those minds, those brains to work in a call center, brains that we have prepared to perform repetitive tasks, minds that we have limited their creativity based on the numbers. But there is no longer an excuse. Companies can be more productive and give greater benefits using artificial intelligence. We are all responsible for what is happening to the planet. So we should do something. What if for every 100 hours that we reduce thanks to using bots, we must dedicate 10 for a task that has a global benefit? It would be to use 10% of our reduction in costs for something that has a clear impact on society and on the survival of the planet. Let's ask for this. Let's demand it. Um, I've been very innocent here, Kobe. Something must be done with those that people's time. Let's educate them to make an impact globally, and we have to think a way to incorporate this obligation in the companies. Why not? We could do it. Taking care of other people and investigate how to solve the big problems that we have must be a direct benefit of all the technology, bots, and artificial intelligence that we are developing. We have to use our ability to improve the environment. There are many things to change and legislate, but the advances of technology is not going to stop. We will have more and more free time every year. So, what we are waiting for? Let's free humans from boring tasks. Let's do it. Think about it. Thank you very much and see you around. Bye bye.